Jackals TV is back as the Jackals return to the ice for Game 3 of the summer 2026 season. Jackals will be taking on the team on the left side of your screen in black jerseys with white and red trim, the Knights, here this week. Jackals have a number of regulars making their debut for the season, as this is Game 3 and those players had not played in the first two games. Only 4 players out: Gary Pabla, Darshan, David, and Jay Lawrence. And so only one spare required. Mark Hogan here playing his third game of the season has been out sparing for each game thus far. Trevor gets the start in net, and with that, let's head to the first period. Start off with the Knights going to pick this puck up at center. This player is going to come right down the gut here, down the middle of the ice, go around Aaron, come in on the backhand, and Trevor sticks with him, gets a leg on it, forces him to behind the net, then he shovels it out front, and Trevor quickly covers it up. Now we've got Riley chasing a puck down the right side. He's going to beat the defender, go down the right wall with it, throw it out front to John, but it's in his feet instead of his stick, and it gets kicked on towards the net, but the Knights goalie makes the save. It's the Knights coming again through the neutral zone with speed. Going to cut hard to the right, hold on to the puck as Aaron's reaching for it, throw it out front to a player unchecked in front, and he directs it on net, but Trevor sees it coming, slides across, and makes a nice save. The Knights having a strong start to this game, coming down the right side again, trying to come out in front, but that puck hits the side of the net. It gets cleared up the half wall, kept in by the Knights. This player for the Knights picks it up and then cuts towards the middle, throws it on net, has a ton of body screening there, and somehow Trevor sees the puck through that mess and makes the save. There's a puck battle in the neutral zone that the Knights win, chip it forward for a 3-on-1 attempt. They come in down the right side, look to make a pass across, but a nice defensive play there by Troy to knock the pass away. Here's Jer winning a defensive zone draw. It goes back to Bob. He's going to try to put it up the half wall. It's going to get hung up in the referee. Knights pick it up, and as they try to pass it across, Bob gets a piece of it to deflect the pass. It goes to Gary, who feeds it up to Aaron. He lugs the puck just over the blue line, then rips a big slap shot that goes up over the glove of the goaltender. And the Jackals, against the run of the play, have built themselves a 1-0 lead here late in the first period. Jackals now rolling, looking to extend their lead. Riley's going to try a slap shot of his own. It's deflected off the defender and wide. Jason Davis picks it up, throws it out in front. Riley's there banging away at the rebound, and then he's going to hold on to it. He's going to beat the goaltender, but not the defender, who's standing on the line, and blocks that shot from going in and giving the Jackals a 2-goal lead. Knights looking to tie it here. Odd man rush with just seconds left in the period. Throwing it out front to an unchecked player in front. And he directs it on net. But again, Trevor reads that well and comes across and makes a save. We go to the second period. 1-0 Jackals. Riley coming down the right side with the puck. Bobbles it a bit and then feeds Johnny out high. Coming in late. And he gets a shovel shot on net up high. But the goalie makes the save. Here's Bob retrieving a puck in his own under a bunch of pressure, throwing it up the middle. There are some Jackals there, but it goes right to a Knights player, throws it in front, and it's directed on net. And again, Trevor comes across and makes a save. There's another shot attempt from the right side. Bob blocks that off to the side. There's a turnover at the blue line by the Knights. Lloyd's going to pick that up, give it up to Mark, who's going to go around the defender. He's in one-on-one, gets the shot on net, and then the rebound's sitting there, and Jared's looking for it, but it gets covered up before he can get to it. Knights get a turnover here at center, and that's going to send this player in on a one-on-one. He pulls it to the backhand, directs it towards the net, and looks like Trevor gets a piece of that, sending it to the corner. 2-on-1 now for the Jackals. Rob looking to move it across. The pass is deflected away. The puck does stay in, though. Rob keeping it down, putting it back into the corner. Aaron picks it up, circles out, and feeds it out to Darryl, who's got a great look from up high in the high slot. Directs it on net, but it's a toe save from the goaltender. Here's Bob picking up a puck off a one draw, the neutral zone, moving it up to Riley. Goes down the right side, throws it in front, tipped on net, and then the backhand, and then Riley comes in and sweeps it on net with a backhand as well. So 2 good chances there by John and then by Riley. Here's Bob trying to go through the defenders. He's going to turn it over, and that's going to result in a 2-on-1 odd man rush the other way. Darryl defending. The pass is going to get through across, and that player shovels it through, and then the original passer has a chance to maybe tap it in the empty net, but it skips over his stick and goes harmlessly to the corner. After a brief freeze to the camera, Jared picks up this loose puck and circles around the defender and comes in and puts it up on high glove, but the goalie says, "Look what I found," makes a glove save. Things about to get a little testy on the ice. You see on the right there, a player kind of digging at that covered puck from Trevor, so he takes a swipe at him with his glove. But on the other side, Troy is tangled up with another player. They get pushed and pulled around, and when we see on the one side Trevor kicking away at the puck and talking to that player, and over here this is going to continue with this player trying to engage Troy in a verbal battle as well. Still a 1-0 game at this point. Mark gets checked at the center ice, but Daryl's following up, picks up the puck, holds up, and then passes it across to Mark, who's got a great look from the right side, but it's off the goalie's chest and swept to the corner. The ill will from earlier is going to continue on this play as this player takes a shot from the left side, picks up the rebound, circles around. He's going to find 87 in the high slot. Jer kind of slashes at his stick. Now watch 87 skating backwards, looking at Jer, gives him a cross check. A little bit of a slash from Jer there. And then this Knights player is going to try to enter the zone, and Jer's going to get his stick in and trip him up. And so despite the jarring that was going on between the two players, that's going to be the penalty on this play. A tripping penalty to Jer, and the Jackals are going to have to kill a penalty. You can see 87 still chirping away at center as Jer heads off to the penalty box. So Knights on the power play now, working it around to the left side point. This player sees a player in front. Nice shot for a tip. It's on net and a save there. And then this player grabs a rebound, throws that on net as well. And another save from Trevor. So we head to the third period. Still 1-0 for the Jackals. Penalty successfully killed. Gary has the puck down on the left side. Throws it up front. Mark takes one swing at it. And then Jer kind of double clutches it and sends it backward. Mark has another chance. One on net and one he scoops wide. Some great opportunities for the Jackals to get a second goal, but it remains 1-0. There's a point shot from Daryl that gets directed to the corner. It ends up on Jer's stick behind that. He passes it out front to Lloyd, who's all alone in front, but it skips over his stick. But it does go to Daryl, and he throws that on net, but it hits a leg there and ends up behind the goal line. He holds onto it long enough for Mark to get open, passes it out to him. He uses his foot to get the puck back to his stick and shovels it on net, and another save on Mark from the Knights goaltender. Here's Troy with the puck at his own line. He puts that softly off the wall. Daryl skates onto it, makes a backhand pass to Aaron, who rips it home through the goaltender, and you can see the Knights bench erupting, saying that that play was offside and should not count. So let's look at the replay here. The pass from Troy, as you see it's going in. Now we watching as Daryl is staying onside, and Aaron just gets onside, and the puck is in the zone. As you can see, that's where Daryl's looking at it. So that play is onside. An excellent job by the Jackals to get themselves onside, and it results in a 2-goal lead. And they're going to keep coming, looking for 3. Down the right side, Jason tries to put it over to John, who puts it back to Bob at the point. Tries to put that shot through. It bounces off 2 Knights players and right to Riley, and it's past the goaltender, and it's off the left post, off the right post, and back underneath the goaltender's pads. Not sure how that stayed out. You can look like Jason Davis thought it was in, but it stays out, and it's still 2-0. Here comes Aaron, who looks to be the only player that can score in this game. He's going to look for an assist this time. Pass it across to Jared. It's in his backhand, and he spins and gets a forehand shot on net. But again, a save from the Knights goalie. The pressure will eventually pay off, though. John's shot is originally blocked. Now Gary Mizuno has it, and that's also blocked down to the corner. John goes and gets it, and quickly puts it back out to Gary, who's alone in the high slot, and he takes a nice little shot up over the glove of the goalie, who had gone down a little too early and left some space there for Gary to pick. And the Jackals have given themselves what should hopefully be a safe 3-goal lead here, a little more than halfway through the third period. The Knights, however, are going to make this one interesting. They try to pass this puck to nobody here. Lloyd gets it, and he's going to bounce it off the wall. And as if these players can sense a minus coming, they're getting off as quickly as they can as the Knights put the puck up the middle. This player comes down the left side, pulls it to the forehand, and whips a quick shot before Trevor can get set up over his blocker, high into the net, and the Knights have cut the lead to 2. It's 3-1. Rob's trying to get this one back. He's down the right side. He delays for a second to slow the defender up, and then he goes hard to the net and tries to pull it to the forehand. It rolls off the stick to the corner, battling hard to keep it in, knocks that puck away. Mark's able to intercept that outlet play, walk in and take a shot. It deflects off the defender, but still gets through. But again, the goaltender seems to have Mark's number here tonight. About a minute and a half left in the game. Knights still pressing, looking to get this game a little closer. For some reason, not pulling their goalie. There's a shot that Trevor bobbles, and he has to punch to the corner with his blocker. Knights do keep it in. Looks like they could maybe use an extra body out there, but they haven't pulled the goalie still. This player walking in, shovels it on net. It goes in behind the net. They're going to keep possession, throw it out front. It's going to make it through to the point. Slap shot through. Trevor's ready for it, and he can't quite cover it up, but the Jackals do manage to clear it out. Then with just a few seconds left in the game, Aaron's going to shovel this puck up the right wall. Jared's going to skate hard onto it. He's going to go around behind that, try the wrap around. The save is made, but the rebound is just sitting there. So he taps that home through the exposed 5-hole. And late in this game, the Jackals restore the lead to 3. It's 4-1. With only a couple of dozen seconds remaining in the game, but long enough for one last rush here by the Knights as Rob is defending it. He plays it hard, a little bit of a push into the wall, and then comes in a little late with a bit of a slash on that player. Maybe an appropriate way for this game to end with the ill feelings that were happening earlier in the second period, but the game is now over and it's a 4-1 victory for the Jackals. Let's have a look at the stats for the game. Aaron leading the way with an excellent outing, 2 goals and an assist. Gary Mizuno with a great game, playing defense here today, goal and assist, coming in late from a golf tournament, so hopefully he's booked some golf before the next game. So have a quick look at the overall stats now. 3 games in with that 3-point game here tonight. Aaron is at the top of the table, followed closely by 3 other players with 3 points. Let's visit the out-of-town scoreboard for this past week in the 30-plus D division and see how things are going. There you see the Strangers with a big victory over the Chargers. The G-Men, having not lost yet, also having a victory over the Strangers. And the week got kicked off with a Chargers win over the Icemen. So let's look at the standings now. We see, as I said, the Garbagemen having not lost yet, and the Jackals in a 3-way tie for second place with the Resurrected and the Strangers. The Strangers are the team that the Jackals lost to the previous week, and the Resurrected are the team that they will be playing the following week on Friday. Here we look at as we look ahead to the schedule for the coming week. The Garbagemen undefeated taking on the Winless Knights, and the Sociable Weavers taking on the last placed Icemen. So that's it for this week, folks. We'll see you for that Resurrected game next Friday.